Hello, Princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we have a brand new product from Isamaya. This is the Isamaya Industrial Colour Pigments 2.0. 2.0. You might have the first, somewhat similar, a little bit different. We're going to talk about it. We're going to do a few looks. If you notice, I do have my makeup on, but nothing on my eyes. So we're going to have some fun with this little guy. It is $115, and we got to start with the casing. This is not, I didn't know what to make of it when I saw it online. It is, it's 3D. So this comes off, the silhouette of the woman comes up off the casing, if you can see that there. And it is absolutely beautiful in this kind of glossy chrome casing. The shades herein, and you can see them here, don't worry, we'll get them better off for you in a few different lightings in some swatches. But here they are in the pan. These are 14 iridescent shadows. They're metallics and pearls, inspired, of course, by earth metals. It's kind of what Isamaya refers to as her soft, subtle take on heavy metal. I think she means earth metals. You can use this on your face. You can use this on your eyes. You could really probably use this on your body, to be honest. And all of the shades are, earth metal shades, cobalt, mercury, things like that, all the names, and I'll put those up on the screen. This is the latest offering from Isamaya French. Now, you guys might not know Isamaya, but she's an extremely famous, I want to say makeup artist, but she's actually really just an artist from Britain. And she does a lot of kind of statement art, provocative work, really kind of different. And she's really ingenious with these sort of things. I didn't buy the lipsticks. If you don't know what I mean by the lipsticks, I'll let you discuss it together down in comments. So this is a family show. It was definitely interesting and got our attention. So Isamaya can be polarizing, but a very creative force today. And we need these creative forces in the world so we don't get bored. She is certainly not boring. Now for me, this is the first Isamaya product I have purchased. And you might say to yourself, well, that's odd, Rebecca, as you profess to have been in this industry for so long. Very true, but because I've been in this industry for so long, sometimes when we have a newcomer, and Isamaya is most certainly not a newcomer, but a newcomer in terms of her own makeup collection, I step back and just watch for just a little bit just to make sure, and I definitely found that it was time to dive in. So I'm really excited to play with these shades. Let's take a look first in studio lighting, and then we'll take it outside. In studio lighting, here they all are, 14 iridescent shadows in metallic and pearl in this beautiful glossy chrome case for use on face, for use on eyes, wherever you want, all those earth metals. Now, I have had a few requests and comments to better describe formula, so I will tell you, and we'll talk about it when we demo it here. This is a really nice formula. It feels really good. Feels like a lot of new products I'm seeing, where the glittery shadows often have a bit of a sticky feel to them, and that sounds negative. I don't mean it that way. They spread on the eyes nicely, and because they have a kind of slight tackiness to them, they stay. So there's generally, we'll play with them and see, generally a little less fallout to the shadows, but I have had those requests from folks who A, don't like fallout. There'll be less of it here, I believe, or B, have very sensitive eyes. So we are dealing with some of these shadows to have some particles to them that can build up. I'm not bothered by that, but please make your own decision carefully. All right, let's take these outside into the warm California sunshine. Wait until you see the way these look in sunlight. And we have some beautiful sunlight today to really see these in. Just gorgeous. I am ashamed that it took me this long to jump on board. I could have jumped on board with the anatomical lipsticks, but I decided to wait a little longer. All right, so let's give this a try. I have two eyes. Honestly, we have enough here to do 10 different looks, and we could keep going and going, but I figure let's do two. We'll do a separate look on each eye, just because it's fun. But you know what I'm going to do? There's a mercury shade here. Right here, it's called Mercury. Kind of a kind of a plummy brown shade. I'm going to actually take a Refer number 15 brush and I'm going to put that into the crease of both eyes, because to me, when I'm going to do a really colorful look, to me that really grounds it. Often I would use bronzer for that purpose, but here I'm just going to do it just to ground the look. That way we can have a little bit of fun on the lids and in the inner eye and whatnot, and just have a look that's kind of grounded with this beautiful kind of a creamy mercury shade. And that's, to me, that's just pretty. It grounds it, so I'm going to use that shadow on both eyes, even though we're going to do two different looks. There's not a lot of grounding shades, but I wanted to show you that it's not like you have to if you don't want to. You don't have to dip into other palettes, because she seems to have known that and provided that. So I've already just kind of set the stage for the look. All right, taking a Refer number 16, you could easily use your fingers instead, but I think I'll work with this. I want to try, I'm kind of interested. I like to stay in the same color family. As you can tell, I haven't planned this out. I like to stay, I don't like many different colors on the eyes, probably because I'm a makeup journalist. I'm an editor. I'm not a makeup artist. And there is clearly a difference there. So I don't go too out on a ledge, but I kind of like to stay around the same type of shades. So let's go down here. I'll put this onto, let's go into this kind of a periwinkle shade. I'll look at the name and put it up there afterwards. And I just want to spread that all across. Again, with these duochromes, multi-chromes, I really should say, you're going to look like you spent a lot more time on an eye look than you actually did. And you can see it looks like I experimented with many shades there. And then I can maybe go back up here into this, kind of feels like it's keeping with the same, and I'm using the same brush. And I'm going to just kind of put that, it's a little bit chunkier, across it and over it, and they blend really nicely. I had one small bit of fallout, but nothing to be upset about. And then let's take this shade right here, and for this look, go onto the inner eye. I'm trying to get as many shades as I can, and maybe even a little bit, oh, what should we do underneath? Let's go with this kind of purpley shade underneath. I think that'd be actually really pretty, and add a little bit of depth and interest to the look. Little bit of fallout. You have to remember, I am not bothered by fallout. Looks like an angel's kiss to me, so it doesn't bother me. There we go. Let me show you this look here, using about 4 different shades with a kind of a drop shadow purple underneath that I'm finding really fun. And I have that mercury brown cocoa kind of shade in the crease that kind of grounds it all. And I find that a really fun look. I think I went a little overboard on the inner corner, but that's kind of easily fixed. All right, let's do a second look, shall we? Let's go ahead in here. Oh, I can't decide what to do. Here's another Refer 16 brush. Let's go in right here and let's see how this applies to the lid. Kind of a silvery shadow. Ooh, that's pretty. And again, all sorts of different colors off of it. And then maybe this shade right here. I'm just going with what I'm attracted to, you guys. And we'll put that onto the edge. And this just looks like, I mean, I'm wearing 2 shades. The grounding shade would make it 3. But it just feels like I'm wearing a million different shadows. And if I take my flat brush here and add the same shade just underneath, I'm kind of fascinated by this brick orange. Lately I'm so into orange shadows. You guys know from my Guerlain video, if you saw it, I'm just kind of fascinated by these orange shades right now. Ooh, that got orange awful fast, didn't it? Okay, and then let's pick something for the inner corner. How about this gold shade right here? I'm just having fun. I don't know if I would go this crazy if I weren't just trying to demonstrate the shadows. Probably my go-to look would just be the brown to ground it and then one color across the lid. But I just wanted to have a little bit of fun because we're here demonstrating this beautiful palette. Check out this eye look. Too much orange underneath? What do you guys think? You could have so much fun with this. And there's so many palettes coming out and shadows that are so different and so interesting that you can really just go to town. The amount of looks from this particular palette are completely infinite. I think that's pretty obvious. And you can just go rainbow. You don't have to ground it like I did. You can really do whatever you want. I think this look is growing on me. I think I prefer this one. I could take this off and do two different completely different looks. This is a great one for those of you who have experimented with Cleonda and Lethal and all of these really exciting, independent, and I think Isamaya brings that with it. She brings the artist eye and the interest. This is a fun palette. This, for me, is not wild, but for me it is a little bit wild. And honestly, on my own, I will go with the Mercury shade, and I will probably pick one shade and go over. And it makes a really fun, especially for summer, light look. When you have kind of one multichrome with a dark kind of matte shade grounding it in the crease, you can really have a lot of fun, and it still comes off as very airy and not over the top. If you want to do just one shade, you will have infinite, certainly 14 different looks, or 13 different looks if you always use that Mercury shade to ground it. And I like to cover one eye. I think this is absolutely beautiful, so I'm super glad that I dove in. For those of you who have the first, if you have the first Industrial Colour Pigments, did you go ahead and treat yourself to this one as well? There were people that were saying that they looked very similar. I actually don't think I've played with the first one, though I didn't purchase it. I don't think they're that similar, to be honest. But it's a discussion, and we're a community, so you can tell me what you think. And who is currently making, here's my next question, who is currently making your favorite multichromes and metallics? Are you a Lethal fan? Do you love Cleona? How about Viseart has some gorgeous ones? There's so many out there. Odin's Eye. Who is making these shadows that you simply cannot live without right now? I'm definitely putting Isamaya on my list. This is really a fun video, and I'm going to have a great time with this palette. I will be wearing these shades in different forms through different videos, so you'll see it played down a little bit like I would normally wear it as well. All right, let me know what you think, please. That's what our comment section is for, and that's why we are a community. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to this channel so we can continue to grow. We are moving quickly past 15,000, but we will be having a subscriber-only live to celebrate reaching the landmark of 15,000, and for me to thank you, because I couldn't have done it without you guys. The details are all down below in the description bar. Just expand it to find out. But it is subscriber-only on July 5th at 9 a.m. Los Angeles time, and that would be 6 p.m. on continental Europe, 5 p.m. in the UK. You can do the math in between or check it out down below, but make sure you're subscribed so you could attend and win all of the fabulous, really high-end, brand new packaged beauty that I have to give away as a thank you to you guys for making this community such a lovely place to be. So check that information out below. Come and say a big hello over on Instagram and on TikTok too. And don't forget that you can become a bigger part of this community by becoming a channel member, or by giving super thanks. But in any way that you choose to be here, I am thrilled to see you, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye-bye.